troops on the ground, SAS, to secure the area. So it would have certainly been a dodgy, a risky mission, but I guess the British felt it was necessary to evacuate their nationals. And hopefully there may have been some Americans on board too.
Martin Fletcher tonight for us in Malta. Thanks. As we noted at the top of the broadcast, the White House is taking an increasingly hard line against Libya with sanctions announced yesterday. And today, some tough new words for Muammar Gaddafi. NBC's Mike McCara is at the White House with that part of our coverage. Mike?
Good evening, Lester. For the first time since this uprising began in Libya, the president is publicly and explicitly calling for Colonel Muammar Gaddafi to leave Libya, ousting him as the leader of 41 years of that country. The president continued today consulting with staff, speaking with world leaders, and in one such call with the German Chancellor Angela Merkel. The White House tells us afterwards that the president told Merkel, when a leader's only means of staying in power is to use mass violence against his own people, he has lost the legitimacy to rule and needs to do what is right for his country by leaving now. And shortly after that statement, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton came out with virtually identical words, calling for Gaddafi to leave now to avoid further violence and bloodshed. And as you mentioned, Lester, this comes a day after the White House announced sanctions against Libya, primarily against Colonel Gaddafi and his family, freezing their assets that are held by U.S. entities and shuttering the U.S. Embassy in Tripoli.
And of course, the UN is working on its own sanctions as well, right, Mike?
Both